right, welcome back, YouTube and everyone. I'm going to post this across a few different platforms, so it's standard that I say welcome back, YouTube. So we're going to cover some major things that are happening with Dogecoin here. We have a few very telling scenarios that are coming up. If you've been following my post on YouTube and X, we've been talking about breaking above this 20 cents mark and being able to kind of close there, kind of break it with conviction. We can use a number of terms there, but ultimately, what we're breaking into is a gap zone, right? We can see here over the past 4 or 5 days, and even since we came out of this zone back in May, this has been kind of like the resistance point, right? This is we've even developed a bowl here, and we've bumped our heads here several times, both green and red, and we're technically in a position here where we can actually close, even possibly close into the 200-day moving average. But you can see we got pushed down here the last time we were here back on the 11th. And we've had some red days here. But ultimately, every time we get here, we get pushed back out of this zone. A lot of that selling pressure comes in. So breaking into this zone here and being able to kind of close it, have some momentum behind the price action, propels us to actually go deeper into the 20s, around that 25 cents, able to get like that quarter mark for Dogecoin. A couple other things that we're looking at here is we're in position here to break above the 200-day moving average, which we have not held since February. So this is before any of the tariffs or any of the selling pressure here. Bitcoin dropping back below 100K. A SPY dropping down to the $400 or $500 range. So there's a lot of things that's happened since the last time we met above the 200-day moving average. So that's something that we're going to keep an eye on as well. And another thing is the last time that we had a 1472 cross, which was back here in May as well, we ran from around 17 cents up until, again, that 25, 26 cents mark. So this here is aligning for us to have that run to test this next level up here, which is around that quarter mark. So the things are aligning here, and it's looking like we're going to position ourselves here to kind of have that run. I know there's a lot of capital flowing into the market here. You can use the market leaders. Ethereum has been on a tear. Bitcoin has been on a tear. Stock market setting new highs. So the capital is certainly flowing in here. Rising tides raises all boats. That's something I've been seeing here for the last few years, and I believe that to be very true, that we're going to see some of that spillover come into some of these other assets, and you're going to start to see them run and start knocking on those doors of those previous resistance levels. So that's something that we can monitor here and get an idea of what to expect going forward. Now, I'm not going to, I guess I can make a separate video talking about some of the macros, and I know some of the questions that people have had, which is, what are some of the targets and things that I expect for this year. I'll address that in a separate video. Maybe I'll do a live so we can kind of do like a live Q&A. But for now, the biggest target is going to be obviously that 25 cents mark. And then, as you can see here, back in like December of 2024, up until even February of this year, next target will be around 31 cents. And then we're looking at 35. And then we enter into another major gap zone. But the beautiful thing is, if we can break above the 25 cents mark, right, have some of that conviction, closing that range, this here is a very powerful gap zone, right? So that 25 cents to 30 cents mark it's a very powerful gap zone. And I think it's something that is worthy of paying attention to, especially if we're able to kind of close in this and tackle this 25 cents mark. So that 25 cents to 30 cents mark should happen relatively quickly if we're able to get there on this particular run. So just kind of keep an eye on that as well. But the signals are aligning. We have several of them going off right now, kind of indicating that we're going to have a push upward here relatively soon. So these are things that we're going to be looking for. I'm going to post some of the other data. We're going to look at shorts, all that kind of good stuff on a separate video. I just kind of wanted to come back and make this this intro video and kind of give like an update as well as far as the things that are going to happen going forward on the channel. So another thing I wanted to address in this video is I know a lot of people have been even though I've been posting and kind of giving like some updates and stuff, but I haven't been making videos, is I have been focusing on my schoolwork. So I'm expected to graduate here. I'm transitioning from bachelor's to master's. So it's a lot of other things going on outside of YouTube. So I wanted to still make posts, but I couldn't necessarily record like I wanted to, because I wanted to make sure that my marks were where I wanted them to be. So you will see more of a set schedule. I'll be releasing that soon as far as when to expect updates. And I'm also going to cover some of the macro events. For those of you who have been here for a while, I covered some of the macro events typically around like once a week on the Anomalous Investor podcast. Previously Ace of Spades, but I would do coverage on some of the macro events that I believe are affecting the market, and kind of do it in a long form so that you can kind of have an idea of what to expect circling around that week, and as far as for events and stuff. So I'm going to be doing those as well, and I'll have a schedule as far as for what day you can expect those going forward. So that'll be on a separate section on the channel, but you'll be able to get the macro events, some of the micro events that's going on, and kind of everything circling around the major factors that I believe that are pushing the market. So stay tuned for those. I'll be announcing those shortly in the community section. You'll also see some slight rebranding as well, as I have been able to push through some paperwork, get like some trademarks, all that kind of good stuff. So I've certainly been busy since I've been posting, but you'll see some of the changes in the look and feel of the channel coming forward as well. And I'll be doing some of the t-shirt giveaways again. I know there's a few of you who wanted one of the older shirts. I have you guys on the list. I haven't forgotten you. So I'll be sending out those emails as well. And then I'll do something similar to what I did before, where it's like the first 5 or 10 people that comment on the video when I post it, you just email me your address and I will send you the shirts free of charge. So that's something we're going to be doing. We're going to do the live Q&As. That's going to come back, and we're going to ultimately build out this channel. I have a lot of ideas, especially with covering some of the macro events that I believe that are pushing the channel, that's going to better serve the community, I believe, and provide more value into getting information out there as far as for making decisions, and kind of give me something to think about when you're looking at your portfolio and making decisions and deciding what direction you want to go. Is going to provide you with a lot of information so that you can kind of compile that with your research and ultimately make a more informed decision. That's my hope with a lot of these changes and adaptations going forward. So just look out for that. So with that, that's my update, price action update. Stay tuned for more videos, and I will post the links and stuff in the community section of the channel, as well as on X, if you follow me there. So appreciate all of you, and I will see you guys in the next video.